Hey guys, I'm Monty Mont.
I'm Tiff.
And these
are a few
of our favorite
sings.
Yo, you ready for montiff? Let's go!
Never kept up with the latest. Never tried to be the greatest. But let's be honest, yes, we want this. Oh.
Nice.
Yeah,
I mean, it's old hat. And for crying out loud, Tiff, he still ain't got the handshake. I'm sorry, fans.
I know.
We like 6 months late on the handshake. But anyway.
6 months? I've been asking for his handshake since day one.
Since day one, I know. Welcome back. We appreciate you guys joining us again. Another episode of our favorite sings, man. We are back once again. Part 2 of our favorite movie sings. I'm glad for this. Let me ask you real quick. Can you think of on the top of your head a movie sings that you would like us to watch? Because this one was mine.
Sure.
I just like
the original Sparkle.
I should have said it first because I said Sparkle. I was thinking.
Yes.
I said you might like Sparkle.
Yes.
Sparkle is greatness.
The original,
I would love to watch Sparkle
yes,
again.
I love both the remake too, but the original is my favorite. Has been my favorite since I've been a kid. I remember like visiting because my parents were not married. I visited my mom, and that's where I saw it. And I came back home singing this stuff, and my dad's like, where did you hear this from? And I was like talking about, Dad, I want the movie Sparkle. I want to see it. It's been one of my favorites since I was a child.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. So, next time you see us do our favorite movie scenes, we will do Sparkle.
Nice.
I literally said, coming today, I said, I bet you she would like Sparkle, I think.
Yes.
I said I was going to ask you that, but that is awesome. Sparkle, and I actually like the other one too. I like them both.
Yes.
I did. I like both of them, but the original is the original.
It was amazing.
My man. Isn't that Philip Michael Thomas? That's
Yep.
Come on.
That's him.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. He is actually in my 80s bathroom, just so you know, if you ever come to my house, you see the 80s bathroom.
Monty has the dopest 80s bathroom. I just have to say this. Where did you get those Golden Girls towels from?
Okay, that's my pride and joy. And I'm not done with the bathroom, but I wanted...
Miami Vice is in there.
I wanted some novelty stuff, and the Golden Girls towels are mine. I'll put it on our page at some point so people can see it. I'm very proud of that. Yeah. So anyway, the Blues Brothers. So we picking back up where the guys they get their mission from God at James Brown Church, and the church tore it up.
I think the Holy Spirit came through there.
They had a whole, they had a whole impartation up in that church. They was having a good old time. And
my feet start feeling light.
So you did, listen, because again, these are real musicians they use, and they got real church. This ain't no fake stuff and all of that. They playing. So then now we got to get the band back together. So when Jake went away, Jake went to prison, the band broke up and all that. So they find a lot of the guys playing some sleazy hotel, and it's like 5 of the musicians there. They get those guys back, but then some of the other guys they have real better jobs. And one guy's a maitre d', and one guy's got his own restaurant. So there's a scene I love when they go to the guy that's the maitre d'. And he's at the fancy restaurant, and they come and they look like hoods. Also, Tiff is very upset with me because I did not have us in the Blues Brothers attire. I dropped the ball on that. I didn't even think about that.
I cannot believe it.
It's my fault. It's so easy too.
Yeah.
Black suit, white, but we should have. But anyway,
we'll do it.
We will. They come to the restaurant. I just love the part where everybody's just aghast, like, "Oh my goodness!" And Jake turns to the old guy. He's like, "How much for the girls? How much for all the girls? I went to buy all the guys." Like, excuse me, sir. Yeah, and they slurp and they act like a clown. And so they get he plays the trumpet, and they get him, and then they go down to what is called the Taste of Chicago. So the Taste of Chicago is like, a lot of you would equate that to Foodie Fest now, where they have Food Fest, but this was big in the Midwest, and they used to have, sell stuff. It was like swap meat and food and all this and music, all this. It was like that.
They had some great visuals.
And the visuals, man. Tiff, I wanted to pause it and I forgot, but they had a visual that I love where somebody's selling cassettes, and it says something I caught it. Blues, gospel, but then it says just soul tapes. Like, what is it? It was beautiful.
I caught it.
And Source, this is where we find Matt Guitar Murphy, who is married to Aretha Franklin.
Oh, yes.
Just go ahead and expound.
Another one of my favorite scenes, right? So they're in this soul food cafe,
yes.
right? And the Blues brothers, they go in, who's Caucasian. So they are now asking for plain white toast and 4 full fried chickens, right? So Aretha Franklin is the owner and also the actual waitress for them at this time. So she goes in to her husband, who's actually who they're looking for, and she's like, "These, white men are in here ordering." She didn't say white men. You gotta watch for yourself.
Yeah, right.
They're ordering this plain white toast and 4 chickens, and immediately he knows exactly.
Right. He was like, Elwood.
Yeah, he knows exactly who it is. So he goes out, and of course now he's trying to get the band together. Right. Now Aretha Franklin is no.
Come on.
No. You're not going back on the road. That's not happening. And I knew that it was coming. So he turns and he tells her something like I tries to do me at times. But he turns and tells her, listen, you are the woman and I am the man. And I make my own decision. Yeah. And my favorite part, because this is what we do, she says, you better think.
Come on.
And guess what comes next?
It's seamlessly go. Again, people, I'm not a big musical guy, but this is different. This is just perfect. And she's saying, now, some trivia behind this, they wanted her to do Respect, which is, of course, maybe her all-time #1 hit is Respect. But she was saying how Respect was already big. Everybody already knew it, so she wanted to do Think. And this really did propel
Think. Because that turned out to be one of another, a huge hit for her.
This movie was huge in doing that. So she's saying Think, and one of the most silly parts of this movie is like her background singers are these girls that at the diner. And
they're dancing.
They're dancing. And at one point, the Blues Brothers jump up and
start dancing with them.
They're like in sync, doing the moves with the girl. It's so silly. We're going to say our favorite scene in a minute, but that was so good. And the saxophone player is the cook, so she tells them to go, so they go. Also, my bad, leading up to when they drive where the soul food place is, John Lee Hooker is singing, Boom Boom, and it is greatness. So anyway, they go from there. So that's the last couple of guys, and they get to another one of my favorite scenes. They go to Ray's Music Emporium.
Yes. I was so excited when I saw this.
Yes.
So now Ray Charles enters Ray Charles. It was like I was starstruck.
Yeah.
Like I had never seen these people before. It was so dope. So they go into this music store that's owned by Ray Charles. This is where they're buying all of their instruments and things that they need. So Ray Charles, as we know, is blind. And this is the part that I really liked because he knows exactly what is happening in his store at all times without obviously being able to see. There's a kid that comes up, and he doesn't make a sound. Yeah. He's sneaking up and he tries to grab a guitar. Man, Ray Charles pulls out the gun, bam, shoots it twice, doesn't even hit the kid, and tells him basically to scat. Yeah. Get out of here.
Don't get.
Yeah, don't get. But then what we all wanted, what everybody wanted, was for Ray to get on those keys.
So now let me now real quick, trivia again. Yeah. The kid that he shoots the gun, it's just like this little 7-year-old boy. You might not know this, but anybody that's a Die Hard fan of the movie Die Hard with Bruce Willis, the guy who is Bruce Willis's limo driver, Argyle, that's Argyle from back in the day. Now, I know you might not know Die Hard, but my Die Hard fans right now, they're like, what? Argyle? Yes, that's Argyle. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't know Die Hard, come Christmas, we're going to watch Die Hard. That's going to be on as well. A lot of people debate if it's a Christmas movie. It is a Christmas movie. I don't got time. So anyway,
it's a whole lot of okay.
It just, trust me.
Okay, fine.
So the guy who I love too, the keyboardist, which of course I always relate to him, he tells Ray, he's like, Ray, because Ray wants like $2,000 for this keyboard, which is a Fender Rhodes, which is, of course, one of the awesome keyboards of all time.
But even back in that time, we're talking the 80s, right? That's expensive.
No, it's very expensive. And so he's like, Ray, there's not really any action on this at all. He's like, blah, blah, blah. And Ray says, Ray, of course, he closes up the part, walks around blind, and he says, excuse me, I think it's some sort of accident. And he hits a couple chords, just, and he just... And one of my favorite dancing parts of the movie, the whole town starts dancing. They're doing shake your tail feather. Like I just melts every time. I love this.
Do you know that routine?
No, when I was younger, I used to know all of it. I couldn't remember all the moves, the mashed potatoes, and he's just calling out and they're doing it. If you ever watch this movie, also, with all you watching, watch my man on the tambourine, because he is killing it.
Yes, he is.
All the other band members are playing, but Ray's on the keyboard, so he just on tambourine, and he's going in. Because he's a real musician. An actor would not do it that well. A real musician would. So anyway, they get all the instruments. Now they got the...
and again, the dancing is on point.
Dancing is killing it.
Yeah.
They got the band. They got the instruments. Now they got to play a gig. They need a warm-up gig. They rusty. Jake don't know what he's doing. He's like, oh, yeah, no. They're driving, and they come up to this place out in the sticks, and it's called Bob's Country Bunker. And they pull in, and it says tonight only the good old boys. Yes. And the band is like, we're not the good old boys. This is the Blues Brothers. And of course, Jake is like, they messed it up. So they go in.
Don't worry about it.
Do you remember the part you like when the lady asked?
So they're like, he's like, what kind of music, do you guys like? And she's like, we like country and western.
She said, both kinds. We do.
Yeah, both kinds. I'm like, that's
really the same
thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But you asked, you like, isn't that the same? I was like, yeah, that's the same. The same thing.
I'm like, what?
So they're obviously posing as this other band, but they're in a country western, but see, again, this is why I love this movie, because we got soul music, we got, R&B, and we even get some country in here. So,
yes.
Of course, Jake is fronting this whole time. The band sets up, the crowd comes in, and they start playing like some, what I'm saying? Well, my temperature's rising, some Michael McDonald or whatever.
And they hate them.
And they hate
them.
The guys are in front of chicken wire, and the chicken wire is up for a reason, because they're throwing bottles, and they are booing. God. The guy shuts the lights off on the stage. Yeah. And so then the band is like, yo, we got to do something. They play something they like. So Rawhide, I don't even remember. Rawhide is older than me. So I remember it's an old TV show, but it's a Western theme. He says, play Rawhide. So they start playing Rawhide.
I enjoyed it.
One of my favorite parts is Jake, now he's mad. He just standing there and they singing Rawhide. He don't want to sing. Yeah. As if the crowd is wrong. It's a country wasn't. So they sing that, and the crowd loves them and stuff. And and so again, Tiff, here's the thing. Sometimes, fellas, when we watch movies with
yourself
females, sometimes females ask questions that it's just like, man, I don't even know yet, because when we watch it, so you ain't watch together. But Tiff asked good questions, and I was glad, because she said, well, isn't the other band gonna come at some point? And yes, the real good old boys came, and then they found out the Blues Brothers took their spot, and then so now the cops are also chasing.
I was just gonna say, hold on now.
Right.
So we got the woman. The woman from the beginning.
Old girl.
Okay, old girl from the beginning.
Yes.
And now the cops.
Yes.
And now the real band.
Right.
That was supposed to perform in this place.
Plus the cops. It was the black cop and the white cop. And the black cop was actually the guy from 21 Jump Street, who I love. Yes. But the black cop and the white cop. And then they get another cameo is John Candy from Uncle Buck, all that. He is like the detective who helps the cops. So now they got the detective, the cops, the good old boys, and the crazy girlfriend. They all chasing him this whole time. So it's kind of cool, but they don't get paid because they drank too much, and they, all this. The band is really upset. So they book one more big gig. Yeah. And they toured the
biggest gig.
Yes, at the Palace Hotel.
Yes.
Outside on Lake Wallenpaupack, whatever that's called. And so now they're advertising, they're bringing everybody in, and these people. So now the kids are running around telling them, come to the show, the Blues Brothers. And
wait, when you say kids are running around, we're talking about marketing.
Okay,
this is not social media.
Ain't no
marketing.
Facebook blast.
No, that's not happening. This is not a share my flyer. Put it on your story. That's not happening.
Right, yeah.
I'm talking about kids is running around putting out flyers, old school paper flyers. Okay,
real. They show I don't know if they showed Aretha Franklin. They put one in her. She was like, whatever.
Even James Brown put one in the church. Yeah.
And so they fill the arena up. But the guys are late because they're running out of gas. And so now we even get some jazz, because Cab Calloway's in this the whole time. He's an old school, super famous performer for jazz. And so to fill time, and he kind of starts to open an act, him and the band, they sing his number, Minnie the Moocher. I love this only because all of a sudden the band magically puts on nice outfits. It's so
They're in tuxedos now.
yeah, it's so cool because they've been looking like raggedy guys the whole time. I love
but
that.
But the guy still had his pipe in his mouth. That was so funny to me.
And again, guys, if you're really music heads, look up these guys. Like his name is Donald Duck Cropper, and he always had that signature pipe. That's his thing. So they played. The Blues Brothers are finally getting there. They get there. I love how they come out at first to like this big fanfare and ain't nobody clapping for them. You know, they're like, ba-da-da-da, and ain't nobody. Then the crowd gets with them. They start doing some real good, Tiff's loving Elwood's moves. Yes. And then they got to get out and they got to run because the police are heavy. Everybody's waiting for them.
Listen, they had to have every officer in this state,
the state of Illinois,
to get them. Like, this is insane. I've never seen this many. Like, every car unit,
all of them
in Illinois was chasing the Blues Brothers.
And this is the famous Blues Brothers chase where they run out of the concert and they get a head start. Before they run out and get the head start, they run back into the lady. They run back into the jilted lover. Yeah. And we find out why she's been trying to kill him. Jake left her hanging at the altar. Yeah. And basically he sweet talks his way out. He sweet talks his way out. So now they say that in this chase, because now they're in the suburbs, they got to get back to Chicago to drop off this money before the deadline to save the orphanage. So they're driving. They destroyed 105 cars. I believe it's 105 cars in this ridiculous, insane car chase. I know. Cars are just jumping and
they are doing the most. Going through other trucks, like going off of cliffs, falling all over the place. But now this is the best part to me because now the Blues Brothers, they are driving and, there's gunplay in here and they are just going. There's a million cars chasing them. Yes. Still, there's all of the cops. There's the good old boys chasing them. They just sweet talk the woman out of killing them. Yes. And they finally make it to the county assessor's office. Yes. When they get out of the car, the car's holding up this entire
poor little car.
Yeah. Oh, poor little car. When they finally get out of the car, the whole car falls apart.
It just disintegrates. It's like, I can't go no more. Because they didn't ran this car ragged the whole time. And then they run up to by now, and then the cops are all descending on the big building, the city building, and they're trying to run. And it's like they got the SWAT team. They got guys in boats that were going through the docks. It's so silly. And they finally, they just pay the money. And then, of course, the next scene, they're all in jail singing the Jailhouse Rock. Right. So this movie, we name pretty much all the musical numbers, but also even in this middle times, there's great music playing. Sam and Dave.
The entire time.
It's outstanding music. It really is. Oh, I forgot. There was Nazis chasing them too. It was a whole other thing. Forgot about the Nazis and the Nazis got theirs. So what is your favorite scene of the movie? First of all, your favorite scene and then your favorite song. And if they're the same, that's cool.
So, oh God, you always want to force me to choose, and I don't like it. Let's see. So, especially because you don't really play fair anyways, but we'll go back to that. Yeah. Let's see. My favorite scene. Okay, so my favorite scene is definitely when they go into the restaurant with Aretha.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That is my favorite scene. My favorite song is Ray Charles.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Shake a Tail Feather when he sings that. What about you?
I'm trying to be subversive, but literally I got the exact. You guys, Aretha is so good in this.
She is.
She doesn't do a lot of acting overall, but she is killing it. I love Aretha.
Guess who else I didn't mention? Shaka Khan.
Oh, yeah. Tiff loved that, too. Shaka Khan is in the choir, singing in James Brown choir, which could probably be a close second, but she's in there as well. I do love, though, again, Aretha and then the Ray Charles song, but I do love the country song when they sing the Stand By Your Man. Yeah. So... And the whole little concert, they all everybody just snuggles up.
And then there's that third one sitting right there, that odd one.
He's just drinking a little drink. It's great. honestly. And so again, you got to understand, guys. Me being young, and I'm hearing country, and I'm hearing, R&B, and I'm hearing blues, and I'm hearing all of this.
So diverse.
And Aretha and Ray Charles, and then I hear gospel. I hear James Brown sings Old Landmark, which Aretha also sang at one point as well. I'm hearing all of this. I'm like, I love all of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm with all this music. This is great. So this really was extremely formative for me, and because I saw it so many times, and they really help infuse so many different genres, but it worked. It wasn't forced. It didn't seem like, oh, they just trying to put a song in there. Everything went well. Everything flowed well.
It really did. Between the music, the dancing, and the visuals, and of course all of the stars that were packed into this movie. Like, I am so ashamed to say that today is the first day that I've seen this movie. Also, one of Tiff's great concerns, this whole movie was, are they going to take their glasses off at all? Like, I waited 4 hours. She wanted them glasses off. And at the end, when he's trying to sweet talk her, he takes his glasses off. Yeah. He did. So she felt good about that. So, but he put them right back on. It was like for 5 seconds.
He did. I have a couple of little extra little tidbits and things like that. But for the Bluesmobile is what they call it. The Blues Brothers cars. And I should have known that, because that's like at a Disney World or Disneyland or something like that. And then also, they filmed in Chicago, and permission to film in downtown Chicago was given after John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd offered to donate $50,000 to charity after the filming. So that's when they said, okay, you can film downtown, because the car is driving some crazy things and stuff like that, and all of that stuff. So then there was one other good one here too.
Of course, it's called the Bluesmobile.
It is. Okay,
that should be in a museum somewhere.
I think it's in Universal Studios, because this is a Universal movie.
Okay.
Here we go. So also our favorite, the Soul Food Cafe where Aretha Franklin sings, was Nate's Deli on Chicago's famed Maxwell Street. It's actual deli, so it wasn't like a prop. Again, people, if you don't know, sometimes they film movies on movie lots and everything's fake. That was they got real authentic Chicago stuff in there.
Nice.
Of course, they tore it down, and now it's just a parking lot, but unfortunately. So, so thank you guys. This was our favorite movie sings. And I'll look forward to doing Sparkle. I look forward to that.
Okay, so I'm just going to give you heads up. I will be singing.
Okay.
From the very beginning to the end. Okay.
You get a little treat, guys.
Nonstop.
A little treat.
Nonstop. And then if I can put my bid in for the 5 heartbeats.
Oh. See, we're not gonna just make this a movie show, but man, now you clowning. See, it's gonna be on me now. You get this one, I'm gonna get that with the 5 heartbeats.
What I'm trying to do is encourage you to make the 5 heartbeats your next one.
Right, you're trying to influence me to. Oh my goodness, that or the Temptations movie.
You don't.
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Oh my! Let me tell you something.
Get on somewhere.
Is it just me, or I don't like the way Otis' son said the road?
Wait, what?
It just bothers me. What? You always on the road, or however he said it. I didn't like.
That's what you get from that. That whole 8-hour movie with.
Okay. And let me just say this. Do you know that because of the Temptation movie, I went to go see the Temptations here, right? And as we know, or I don't know if you guys know, Otis is the only original one that is living.
Yeah.
So after seeing the movie and I saw them live, I had an attitude with Otis. Like, I had a problem with Otis. I think I still do. We'll get into that, though, if we watch
when we get to the Temptations.
I feel a way about Otis.
So what is it?
Yeah. But what I'm going to tell you is you don't want those problems. When it comes to the Temptations, Sparkle, or the 5 heartbeats, you don't want it. That's all I'm going to say.
Jagged Edge don't want it. But anyway, that's part 2. We already passed it. But yes, well, we look forward to it. Guys, we got more shows coming up. We got some guests coming up as well, some really good guests. I don't even want to give it away. Also, Anna Mae thinks she's grown in these streets. She got me bringing my gear to help her little things and such. But also, I want you to tell people you have a great. We should have put it on the first one too. But
okay.
Tell your plug about what you're doing on Facebook.
Got it. Okay. Monty gave me a great Bible story, by the way. Okay, so we have this Bible study group called Synoptic Sessions. It is a private, safe place, if you will. However, you can search us on Facebook and request to get in the group. Synoptic Sessions. We have Bible study every Monday nights at 7 p.m. and it's a Zoom style, more of a conversation, if you will. Yeah. There is, of course, someone there to head the Bible story, but it's more like a conversation. And it's we started a challenge called the Bible Story Challenge, and a lot of people don't realize that the Bible has a lot of like good like drama and fascinating stories in it. And sometimes, you know, our believers will be the only God that people see sometimes. Yeah, so we are just trying to spread the word of God one Bible story at a time. And Monty gave me a really great Bible story. So if y'all want to do that, go ahead and do that. And hashtag it Bible Story Challenge. Tag myself or Monty, please.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of instructed to do it. You know, wasn't really asked like, hey, do a story for my little thing. I was like, yes, ma'am. Yeah.
You don't really do that to your friends.
It was fun. And you know what? We're gonna crop this. So that blurb is gonna run on the first episode. Okay. So we can just crop it. But check that out, guys. And you know, she don't mind. Put it in there, just tag her so she knows, you know. I think it's an excellent idea. You know what I mean? And I love how even in these times, these quarantine times, blah, 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 innovation. People are still innovating, coming up with some good things to do so. Look for that as well, guys.
And I'm excited. We kind of got a little niche now. We got, you know, I mean, at some point.
I appreciate, let me just say this, because let me publicly thank you for helping me, because Monty is famous.
Okay. No, that's not. Okay.
You're famous, and I mean, he has this Mighty Sharp network, and we do all this stuff, but he still took the time out to help little old me.
No.
And I appreciate
They had a whole professional set. I was like, wow, I was so impressed. Shout out Erica, I see you. You know what I mean? They doing big things over there too. But now I like this, because now we have a new little segment, and at some point, we even said now that 5 Heartbeats, the Temptations, and all that, Sparkle. The Wiz is gonna have to be on there at some point. We'll get to that. We have to save that. Yes, we'll get to it. But join us back for more our favorite sings and every occasional our favorite movie sings as well. But you guys know what to do.
Well, hold on. But before we go, nice shirt.
Oh, did y'all listen? We didn't plan this. We did not plan this. You know what I'm saying? When I get these tapings, I treat this like a 6th grader before the first day of school. You know, I be having my junk laid out, ready for what I'm gonna wear. You know what I'm saying? Because your boy I'm trying to be original, and then Tiff gonna come on the scene with the camo. So maybe you crop me from the top and her on the bottom. You got a full outfit.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
It's a montiff thing.
It's a montiff thing.
Oh, but listen, speaking of shirts, I don't know if you checked out my shirt.
That's right.
Okay, listen. So
see, she thinks she's grown.
Okay. Now this one is not mine, but that will be coming. I have a nurse friend. Her name is Kiana. She's a registered nurse in Los Angeles. She also has a wellness boutique that she runs. Okay. This is an essential shirt.
Yeah, I seen it.
Okay, so this shirt that I have on, shout out to Kiana. This is a nurse-owned t-shirt business. Yeah. Because as we know, nurses are definitely essential in what we're dealing with right now.
Thank you so much, all the nurses.
We appreciate your service. You want this shirt? T-shirtessentials.org.
Yeah, and she's got her own little t-shirt line coming out as well. She had one before. She's doing it again. So please support. For real, shout out all our frontline people.
Yes.
I greatly appreciate you guys and all that you do, especially in these times as well. But that is it for our favorite things. We will see you guys next time, man. We back rolling again, man. We got all of the editing's back good now, so we can do what we do. And we missed you guys, but we're glad to be back. So hopefully you're enjoying the show.
And when I'm not here, I miss you.
Yes. I mean,
you're so good. You're so good to me.
With her little 30 endeavors, she be all over the place.
Because remember, I didn't let Tina do too much, but you really let me do other stuff, and I just really appreciate you.
I gotta get that. I gotta get that Lawrence Fishburne that hairdo one that. looking back look. But hey, you guys, all right, man. Keep following us, Mighty Sharp Network as well. All the things. We got some new things coming. Got a cooking show perhaps with someone, but we'll see. And some other things as well. Y'all know what to do. Stay sharp.
This has been a production of the Mighty Sharp Network. Executive producer is Monty Mont. Watch the corners and always stay sharp.